Good morning, guys. How you doing? Thank you for coming. Thank you for clicking on this video. Please make sure you give a thumbs up. And if you don't comment, I will not know you were here. Okay? So please give your beautiful thumbs up, comment, like, and share. Anyway, let's get into this video because it's got to be quick. Guys, I was watching this live and when the female said they had 2 children, she had one from a previous relationship and one with the current husband. There were so many red flags. I just needed a red cloth to just go across the screen like this the entire time. One, she asked this man to marry her. She said, when you come out of prison, you can't move in. We can't move in together unless we marry. And he said he didn't have anything. He lost everything. So he was like, oh, what the hell? Let me marry her. So he married her and they had a baby. She had another child from previous marriage, like I stated. So turned out this relationship was just toxic, where one of the times she had to call the cops on him because he was doing physical activity on her, the DV, and her mom called cops. Eventually she went back down there when he came back and dropped the charges. They dropped the charges, went back together. He said he did his thing while he was on the run for the DV. He did his thing and he dated a lot of girls, and she was dating other people. They broke up. He's on the run. She called this is exactly what I've experienced. If someone and you are not together, it is okay for them to date. He's out there on the run from the charge, and he was dating other females so he can have somewhere to stay. Be careful when you have men. Make sure they're not just with you because they need somewhere to stay. It's a lot of that goes on in this country where I am. I don't know if it happens in other countries, but the men, they date you just so that they have somewhere to stay. Love yourself enough that you can be alone without trying to give someone a roof over their head that doesn't love you. So, and some of them, they come in and they come in with a piece of slippers, and you end up giving them Clarks. You end up giving them, they had skateboard, and you give them car. You end up giving them all this, and you think that because you did all this, they're going to be devoted to you. And they'll always remember what you did for them. No, what you do, another female can do. So if that person don't love you, don't do it. Another female will do it. You're not Superwoman. He's not going to respect you any more than another woman because you did these things. No, they don't. They uplift themselves. They get brand new cars. They do all this with you, and they will leave and go to another person. So make sure the person loves you. Love yourself first, and you will know if someone loves you. If you don't love who you are and you're afraid to be alone, you always be mistreated. So anyway, this relationship is toxic on both sides. So the woman said, well, you did your thing, I did my thing. So anyway, they ended up with a STD. So he said she went to the doctor. He's like, she gave it to me. I stopped cheating long time ago. She gave it to me. She's like, how you know you didn't get it from one of your females? And this is on live. They talking about these things. And I'm sitting there, and while he is talking, he is drinking. Like that. And I'm like, oh my God, what kind of people are these? These are people that were raised by their parents, and this is their behavior. And then I said, hold up 1 minute. Where the children in this? And I'm praying that there's no kid around seeing this behavior and listening to this argument. I am so thankful I did not see the kids home. They were dropped off, because I think he mentioned that she dropped them off and came back to the house. So I'm thankful that the children did not see this behavior. There's a lot of parents who think that their children are babies and they don't understand. The way you speak to their mom, it stays in their mind. You can ask my children. The way you speak to your partner, it matters around your children. And when you curse and all those things, and your children go to school and they curse, don't get mad at them. You did it. You were selfish. You wanted to say, I'm an adult, I can say what I want around my child, and my child is just to be quiet. No, you're supposed to set examples. So you are supposed to be unselfish, step away, and have those grown-up conversations. So anyway, they were going back and forth. I'm so thankful that the children weren't there. Oh, I'm thankful. And at the end, I wondered, I'm like, I wonder what happened to this couple. Because they were just going back and forth on live. And it seems like it was going to get really bad, because this guy is talking about being in prison and he's drinking, and he's proud that he hits her. He's proud of it. So I was like, oh my goodness, what is going to happen to this couple? I need to find who they are and follow them. Turned out right after the live, he took her 3 points in the house that I was watching them, and he went outside in the car and took his 3 points. We need to choose our partners. Even if you love someone, get them help before you enter in relationship with them. Especially someone coming out of prison. Get them therapy. Make sure they're mentally okay, that they can handle rejection, they can handle disappointments in relationships, because these people are going to be around your children. Don't let loneliness make you pick up these toxic relationships. Love yourself so much that you're not afraid of being alone. They're no longer here. Their family said they have always been toxic. They didn't belong together. That's obvious. I saw that in 5 minutes. I saw that this is serious. And I wondered what happened. This is the outcome. This all happened on social media. She even mentioned that she was talking and she said, oh, that's not true. You were planning to rob someone. This is on social media. And he was like, yeah. You think I'm gonna be embarrassed or afraid or say you're lying that I was gonna rob someone? Yeah, I was gonna rob someone. This is on live, guys. I don't know about the future of this world. If I'm watching this, these people are in their 20s. Yeah, latter part of 20s, like 26, 27. Once you pass 25, it's the latter part. And she's saying that he was planning to rob someone, and he told her to like go talk to the person, her friend, to talk to the person so he could rob. These are things on the internet, you know. Some of the people that are on this internet do not need a phone. Do not need a phone. No, they don't. Guys, we got to do better especially when you have children. You're responsible for their lives, and they deserve a good future. And what you do around them is influencing who they're going to become. Just like how you're to choose good areas where they live, because good areas equals better schools. You're supposed to do all those things. They deserve it. Now, 2 children lost mama. Mama is no longer here. The other child will have the dad, and then the one that belongs to both of them, I guess, will go to grandparents. Choose the right partners. You might make mistakes, but when you choose them and you see this person is not right, be strong enough to go your separate ways. And when it's toxic, you don't live in the same area. You got to move out of the state. If you're in another country, out of the parish, out of the community, so they can't find you. They won't waste their time buying a plane ticket to come get you or a bus ride. Because we have lost the whole idea of life, the worth. Because, you know, what could come across your mind like this argument, you know, I'm at the end of this argument, I'm going to take you out and myself and leave the babies. We got to do better. We got to do better in choosing partners, especially when you have children. Do better. Stop being selfish and saying, I'm grown, I can do whatever I want. They're kids. They just got to understand, if I move a man in and my child is allergic to smoke, they got to deal with it. They got to deal with it. No, that's bad parenting. That's child neglect. Yes, it is. All right, guys. There's another one coming up about wives. I'm so sorry for you guys out there, because you guys have a very hard time to find a good woman right now, because these females don't look too right, and these men look mentally ill. God knows. I'll see you on the next video. Peace and love. Do better.